Welcome to the SF1 GP2 Brazil race here in São Paulo. We are here Friday night. We are with GP2. As I just mentioned, I'm going to be by myself in the comms booth this evening, but we are sure to have one heck of a race. Let me get this delta up for you guys. I hope everybody had a solid week. Wasn't too crazy. I know mine was a bit busy here and there. But nevertheless, we are stuck in. We have that new feature that Codemasters like to drop on, I think it was Wednesday this week. We have the track mini-map, so hopefully that helps with everybody that is wanting to know where their teammate is if they're watching along the stream. But if not, I implore you to get on the stream and watch it because it's going to be a barnstorming race. We are here. There is a dry race too, I was told. No rain whatsoever in this race. I'm going to try to take it easy on my voice this evening, but I hope everybody is stuck in. And Quali 2, our championship leader, Tom, SF1 Tom, did not make it through. He could not set a lap. I think he was invalidating a couple of laps here and there. So a couple of guys got into Q3 that we usually don't see. We have one of our new drivers, Bill, is in there, as well as Devla is in there, the two Racing Points. As everybody saw the news, I won't spoil it today, but Racing Point will be rebranded as Aston Martin in 2021. But Verstappen is up there. We have Senna, solid run to get himself into Q3. We also have Phantom, a solid run to get into Q3. Lucky is up there. He's battling our championship leader right now. He's currently in P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Everybody's gearing up to set their first out lap, their first hot lap, that is. Get themselves a banker lap and then probably pull it into the pits. Give it a break, relax their adrenaline a bit, and have another go at it. I'm excited for this race. I absolutely love this track. Originated, first race was 1971, I believe. A lot of famous Brazilian drivers actually race in Formula One throughout the years. You have Emerson Fittipaldi. I mean, you can't say Nelson Piquet was one of them, and then obviously the larger-than-life Ayrton Senna was one of them. All have this track as a home track. They actually named the first two corners after Senna. The downhill S's, I guess you'd call it, are the famous now Senna S's, as Rashi sets the quickest time of this session so far with a 108.9. Followed by, oh no, Sean picks up the fastest lap, 108.5. So 4/10 quicker than Rashi. Lucky sets a 109.1. Devla goes a 109.2. Phantom 109.4. The times are coming in pretty quickly. Let's see, Lucky, Devla, Phantom. Sean goes quickest, I think. No, 108.5. No, it was Aruzia who's gotten himself up there in 108.5 area. So it's very close between the top two or three. Only guys right now to reach the 108s. Who's that? I'm going to have to get used to using this mini-map on the side. It's supposed to help. Like, I guess I can watch it a bit, see what's going on. But we'll get used to it as I use it more often. So Senna is yet to set a lap. He's sitting in the pits. I think he's going to leave it just a bit late. Bill's out for a hot lap right now, so is Neon. Neon's lagging just a bit. Hopefully that is sorted throughout the race. Now, I had a funny story getting into this lobby. Is I loaded it after they already opened it, and it stuck me into a car because I didn't have enough time to change from spectate. So if you guys see a Mercedes SF1 roads out there, you know, don't worry, it's just an AI. It's actually not myself. I'm here to stream, not race this race. However, I would actually like to race this track. I love this track. But get on board here. Make sure I have the comments ready to go. And I'll give you guys a championship rundown as soon as we load into the lobby where the guys have a 5-minute break, complimentary break. So let's see what kind of time Bill can get himself stuck into. DRS open. Looking relatively quick. It's going to be probably 109, 109.8. So he stays P8 right now. Senna sitting in the pits. Neon is in the pits. So right now, the rundown. Sean has pole position, followed by Aruzia in second. Rashi is in third. Verstappen fourth. Lucky is in fifth. Devla in sixth. Phantom is in seventh. And Bill is in ninth. So these guys have just about 6 minutes to go until they have to get their final laps in. Greetings to everybody that's tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good week. I'm just really excited for this race. I don't know what else to say. Kind of want qualifying to be over. I just want to watch this race. We have 19 drivers this evening. Only one driver did not make it this evening. It was Becker in the Mercedes, hence why I got stuck in that Mercedes. So the Mercedes missing yet another driver this week. I think it's 3 weeks in a row. But nevertheless, we're going to get stuck into it. 6 minutes tick down. We have Senna is in the pits still. Neon's in the pits. Is Bill going for another lap? No, he's going to pull into the pits. So it is chill time. Lucky is the only one on an out lap. Reach hour. Let's go, Sean. Cheers for tuning in, Breach. Really appreciate it. I'll give you guys a rundown of the championship order in just a bit. We'll ride with Lucky as we go through his fast flying lap and see if he can battle any of the top three. Currently, he's at a 109.1. He's just outside of the 108s with the top three. Verstappen only went a little bit quicker than him. Second DRS zone riding through. Pretty tricky set of corners coming up. Sector 2 is usually what catches a lot of people out on this track. Sean, GP1 pace. Yeah, a couple people mentioned that. We'll have to look at that then, Phantom. But let's see, Lucky. Did he invalidate? He might have invalidated his lap. Very easy to do on this track, actually, because the corners will catch you out. So one thing that's going to really play havoc this week, or actually pretty much this week, both GP2 and GP1, the on-track time penalties that are going to be occurred during the race. I think that's going to play a mighty curveball in the finishing order. Sean. Lucky grabs a lot of the grass and he's going to pull into the pits. Alright, so while everybody's chilling, let's give a nice little championship rundown order. I saved it so I'd be able to open it a lot quicker this time around. This is currently one of 9 races left remaining in this season. Right now, Tom, SF1 Tom, is sitting on P1 in the Drivers' Championship with 233 points, followed by Lucky at 229 points. There's only 4 points that separate the two of them, followed by Aruzia, who's not that far behind, with 201 points, 28 points behind. SF1 Cardinal in P5. Sorry, I skipped Soap. Soap is in P4 with 197. Cardinal 179. Senna is right there battling Cardinal with 168. Actually, his teammate is right there at 161. And Phantom, solid job already so far. 134 sits in P8. Wrathful at 134 as well, sitting P9. And to round out the top 10, Goomba is in P10. So a solid job from the two brothers actually this season. P6 and P10, Goomba and Senna. Get back towards the who's on their out lap? Somebody's leaving. See, this is where I can use the track map. It looks like it's Lucky again. See, it actually worked and helped me a bit. Yes, I need to go back there. There you go. All right. Let's ride on through. See if Lucky can get himself stuck into a lap. These guys are really leaving it late. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so probably see a couple of these guys come out. There is a car coming out. Is that is a Williams, I believe. No, it's a Racing Point. Could it be Devla's on his way out? It must be Devla. So Lucky and Devla right now are the only two out. On track, yet to set a time, SF1 Senna and Neon. See if these guys get themselves out. Usually in Q3 I like to set a banker, and it doesn't have to be the quickest time, just as long as you can get yourself situated, get your feet stuck in, and get yourself comfortable. If these guys are leaving it late, a little bit of the jitters might come about. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering what happened. There are a couple cars that are on their way out. They're going to have to navigate and let Lucky through. Let's see if they do that, because he is on a flyer. Hopefully these guys do know that. Oh, there's a lot of traffic in front of Lucky. Can he navigate his way through? A little bit wide. Might have invalidated his lap. Let's see. He's carrying on as if it did not. A lot of guys. Ruzi's on his out lap. Devil's on his out lap. Phantom is on his out lap. Bill's on his out lap. Senna and Neon are actually on an out lap finally. So let's see if those guys can get themselves a solid lap time stuck in. Maybe battle the top 6. All these 10 drivers have done really well to get themselves into the Q3. It's never an easy feat when there's 19 drivers. We do have yellow sector 2s. Not seeing much on the mini-map as far as yellow, so we're going to still stick with Lucky. Let's see if he can battle these guys in the top 3. He's going to cross the line with 108.8, so he gets himself P2. Really good job. Ruzi is moving out of the way for a couple of drivers. Devlet is on a flyer. He is the only one on a flyer right now. Actually, Senna has started his lap. Let's ride with SF1 Senna. Man who is cutting through the field. Didn't have the easiest go at the beginning of the season, but he is really battling back to pick up those points for the Williams team. Definitely riding the Senna helmet. It's got to be done here at Brazil, I feel. You boys in the comments. So Rashi has retired. Rashi is comfortable with that. Russia has retired. I don't see, it wasn't on track, so it looks like it's okay. That was one thing that the mini-map will definitely let us pick up. There's a Neon. Neon has crashed. He has crashed off, so that's him off of qualifying, so he's going to start P10. Riding on through. Let's see if Senna can get himself a decent time stuck in this evening. It is going to be a dry race, so these guys won't have to worry about rain. These guys, I don't think have had a wet race at all this season. Just a little bit of rain. Senna gets himself P6 for the race. Let's see if Devla can challenge that time at all, or even Bill. Bill crosses the line, stays P9. Can Devla have anything to say about that? Devla's on his way up the hill now in Sector 3. I think that is Phantom. No, that's not Phantom. Somebody riding right behind. He's going to be the last one to set a time. Let's see if Devla can get himself in the top 5 for this evening at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Crosses the line and stays P7. Still a solid job to get into Q3 for all of these drivers. Sean picks up the pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I keep saying Brazilian. That's because I love this track. I always... the second half of the season is always the better part of the tracks for myself. But here we are, going to give the rundown. SF1 Sean picks up pole this evening. Lucky is in P2, followed by Aruzia in P3, Rashi P4. Solid lap from Rashi. Verstappen P5. Senna is in P6. Devla P7. Phantom gets a solid run at P8. Bill is in P9, and Neon did not get to set a lap. I don't know if he crashed out or not. If not, however, P10 for Neon this evening. And now these drivers will have the 5-minute complimentary break, stand up, stretch, do what they have to do. Get themselves mind set right into this race, because it is quite a long race. It is 36 laps of this track. And 36 laps seems like a lot, but it goes quick if you're battling somebody for a position. So these guys are going to want to make sure they set up the car exactly how they want it, put as much fuel in it as they feel they can be comfortable with. The lighter the car on the fuel, the quicker it's going to go. Everybody knows that. But while we wait, hopefully they don't stick my name over there. Let's read. Now we're all good. Cool. It got rid of my car. That's really nice. That's a nice feature. I don't think it did that on the other games. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes will start now. 28, we should be able to go just about 32-ish, 33-ish, as long as everybody has made it into this lobby. If you guys, the drivers, are watching, just make sure everybody has gotten in. Let me know otherwise. I'm going to check the manager's chat now. All right. I think we're all good. I like when we don't have to have a lobby restart. It is the best. It's always the best. My counterpart, the famous Carlos, is apparently eating dinner in some underground restaurant this evening. So I know he's not watching, but if he is, that is some dedication, sir. All right, let me dive through. Go back here. Oh, the legend himself, Kimmy, is back in the house. It has been a long time. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully everything's good on your end, mate. Everything's good here. Just waiting for one of the best races ever. So let's give it a little idea. Ah, that's good to hear, man. Good to hear. So next week is another one of my favorite tracks. It is the Singapore Grand Prix. If you guys are excited for any race, watch this one and then definitely tune in next week for the Singapore Grand Prix because I can guarantee some drama is going to happen. It always does. It's Singapore. It's not for the faint of hearts. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a couple of people. I know a couple of people are going to walk away from, the race on next Friday, a little upset. But it's one race out of many, out of 21 races, actually. But hey, if you guys if you guys use the account or the website Discord, we just released our new Discord on, actually today. If you guys are interested, give us a nice follow on there. We'll get you set up. You can follow along with us easy on there. It has all the championship standings, all the championship updates. You can meet some of the drivers here that you are seeing race this evening. All of us are there. Well, not all of us. Trying to get all of us there. Eventually, they'll get there. Oh, I gotta make sure. I know it's probably kicked me off. Yep, let's get this back in. That. And that. Save. There we go. What time is it? 32. So probably about a minute or two to go before we load up for this race. It is. If you guys are in the comments, top 3. I'm gonna give my predictions right now. I think definitely penalties are gonna come into it. If I'm gonna go for it, I think SF1 Sean's definitely gonna be in the top 3. Where he's gonna finish, I'm not sure. Let's go through and say I think Lucky will get himself up there, and I think Ruzia will be the top 3 that round out this evening's race. I would like to see the Alpha team in there. Guys, if you're listening, get yourself stuck in. We gotta do a meet and greet. Top 3 shot. So Goat's saying Tom and Soap. Tom's gonna have a long way to come through the field. He is P15. I think it's P15. But he's leading the championship for a reason. I'm sure he'll be able to navigate his way through. It looks like the drivers are readying up. Let's get this race underway. John, Tom, and Aruzia. That's what Tom. A lot of guys are rooting for Tom. Phantom, why don't you go get yourself a podium this evening? You can do it, brother. I know you can. You and Raph deserve one. You guys are so close. All right, here we go. On to the formation lap this evening. Just waiting for those lights to drop. Let's make sure everybody participates and is nice to each other. Let's not put each other on the naughty step and start on fresh, cold tires. Looks like everybody is waiting. Oh no, my car is there. Oh, jeez, Pete. Well, just be careful, everybody, because there is a AI that is racing around in a Mercedes. Yep, have it. So, Sean sets the lead. Lucky's right there. Rusi's right there. Rashi is right there in P4. Could Rashi get himself another podium for the season? He has one already this season. Senna's right there, so the Williams duo is doing really well. Phantom's not too far behind. Bill is having a stellar beginning of his career at SF1. Neon didn't have the best of luck in Spain. He can always turn it around in Brazil this night. Raph right there. Let's see the tires, actually. Interesting to see. So Raph has gone medium. He's the first medium runner. He's going to have to be careful with Soap being behind him on the soft. Let's get... No, we don't want that. We do want that. Running through, it looks like Cardinals decided to go for the set of soft, so he might run the soft to hard. Definitely a one-stop strategy is key in this race. Raph will win. He's on a good strategy. I know what he's going to do this evening. So you can only hope, Exia. You can only hope. Tom starting down there. Oh, Tom has stuck himself on the 90 step. Has he? With his teammate, of all people. So the two Ferraris are starting on cold tires this evening. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Don't look at that car. That car should be not there. Hopefully that does not cause any problems. But everybody's lining up to go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's give these guys a round of applause. Let's hope they have a clean turn one. Oh, what is that camera angle? Waiting for those 5 red lights to drop. And it is anytime today. Race time at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Sean gets off to a solid start. Let's see if Lucky can get himself stuck in the P2. He's going to go for a look. No, he backs out of it. Everybody's going to run through, keep it clean through turn one, everybody. Everybody goes pretty clean. I don't think I saw any carbon fiber flying. Looks like Lucky, Sean has gotten a brilliant start. Lucky's actually fallen down behind Aruzia. Let's look through the mid-pack as they come trailing through this corner. Everybody gets through pretty nicely. Looks like we have a battle already. It looks like a Red Bull fighting, squeezing the Racing Point. Oh, the Red Bull is lagging just a bit. Hopefully that clears up after a bit. Is that Raph is already making his way through the field. Do have a couple guys getting a little RG. Ghosting is on. Let's run through. That is Soul at the back. I wonder what has happened to... That is Looney Moon. So something has happened to Looney Moon. I'm not sure. He's missing maybe a wheel. Not a wheel. A wing or something like that. So the first lap is in the books. Sean is still leading the race. Ruzia picks up P2 right now away from Lucky, and he is starting to battle Sean. Will this be a titanic battle between these two this evening? Rashi, the two Williams boys, P4 and P5. Neon is in P6. Devils in P7. Phantom has a solid start. There is a big mess up at the back. Verstappen gets the wings. So Sherbert and Soul at the back, as my AI seems to be quite punchy here. Legends in the back here fighting with Goomba. Cardinal is right there on a set of softs. He's gonna want to pull away as quick as possible. Look at these guys squeezing each other. Soap and Phantom side by side. I'm looking at the Deltas to make sure. Ruzia as well is right on the back of Sean now. Good, solid race so far. I haven't seen too many. I will say out loud on the stream, if you guys have a problem and there's an incident, clip it and send it in, please. Don't feel like dealing with you guys yelling at each other like kids. It's not worth it. Just send your clips in. The stewards will deal with it. Sean sets the quickest lap. He's on a set of mediums. Oh, Rosie really had to check up before he hit his gearbox there. That was really close. Aruzia is on a set of softs. Those softs are going to die a lot quicker, and he's going to have to pit here way before the medium compound drivers. He can, however, set a set of hard compounds on and take him to the end if he takes these softs further. About the Delta Neon with Senna right now. Really close. There are pockets of these guys that are close. This is what's nice about this mini-map. I can actually see what's going on. I see, there's a McLaren battling a Reliant as well. There is a Red Bull at the back making his way through the track. Looks like Senna gets the tail end of that. Williams a little bit happy. Looks like Raph is keeping himself on the bubble here. He is running that green and red helmet. Yes, yes. Please overtake my AI car. It's the first time you'll ever hear me say that, but yes, take it over. Now, however, because this happened, Verstappen would actually be P18 and Luneman would be P19. We'll just remove the P18 car as it is. It's not supposed to be there, so my apologies. So Ruzia is starting to lose a little bit of time to Sean. Let's look at the Delta. We do have Neon still really working on Senna. One of the closest battles, as well as Bill is working on Raph now. Bill is caught up to Raph. Soap is right there as well in the mix. And you have Tom working on Phantom. So we'll ride with Bill. Oh, Soap gives Bill just a bit of a tap on the gearbox. Hopefully that is no damage on his end. Hopefully that is not a chipped end plate or anything. Don't see any damage, so Soap is in the clear. Let's see if he can get himself around Bill. He is really pushing Bill. That is allowing Phantom to catch up to this pack. Where is everybody else? Is Cardinal running a little bit of damage? He is on a set of soft. No, he's fine. I wonder if he's just lacking a little bit of pace this evening on the set of soft. Neon actually sets the quickest lap of the race as he goes for a move on Senna on the inside. Down the Senna S's. Can he make it stick? Senna offers him the room. He gets him to squeeze just a bit. Looks like that is job done. Senna is going to have DRS and he's going to have a comeback though. Whoa, Neon gives him a big squeeze from the inside. Neon's going to hold from the inside. Senna's going to try to push from the outside. Senna's getting a bit squeezed. His shoulders are out this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was close. But it looks like Neon has gotten his way through Senna. Senna grabs a bit of the grass there. He's going to have to want to cool down just a bit, gear himself back up, and have a go at Neon. Devil has welcomed himself into this battle. It looks like Rav's tires aren't yet optimal for these guys that are running softs behind him. He's holding a train of guys behind him on a set of softs. Bill, Soap, Phantom. And the next guy's Tom. Tom is on the set of mediums. So let's look through Aruzio's now. 6.7 or no 6 tenths off of Sean, if I can get my math right. 5 tenths, 4 tenths. He is gaining. He must have DRS. Yeah, he's on the DRS zone. Can he get any closer through these Senna S's? I haven't seen too many time penalties. Did you know, Harrison, you signed me overnight in your sleep and I decided I'd give it a go. No, I entered the lobby late, and before I could select spectator, the lobby loaded, and I got stuck into a car. So there's an AI car of myself out there. Tom and Phantom battling it out. Oh, there's the yellow sector. Sherbert gets a 3-second time penalty. Not sure what for. Might have been cutting corners, exceeding track limits. Look at Soap now on the back. He's really trying to get around these guys. Raph is sitting in a good spot right now. That is so is Lucky and Sean being the medium compound. However, I will say, if it was my strategy, I probably wouldn't be touching the mediums. As you can see, my AI is on a set of soft. Why he's on a set of soft, I hope. No idea why. But look at the Delta. Rashi now catching the back of Lucky. Can he get his car stuck behind? He is on the set of softs, so they are going to be off before Lucky's tires will be. So if he's going to make a move, he's got to make it here soon. Not close enough, but he is pulling the gap down between him and Lucky. Let's see, where is the Delta close? Look at the Soap between Bill. Phantom is right there as well. Let's ride on board with Phantom to see what kind of on-board action we can see. Phantom goes a little bit wide. That's going to offer Tom a little look. No, Tom's just holding back, I think. Kind of taking care of the tires just a bit. We'll ride with Tom for just a bit. As you can see, the 3 cars ahead of him that are in soft compound. And then you have Wrath right there, the next guy who's running the mediums, kind of holding these guys up. in a train, but hey, it is his position, so he can hold it as best as he can. Phantom right now. Let's see if Soap can get a run on Bill up the hill. He will have DRS. He's charged a lot of his battery. Going to chuck it in to overtake. Looks like Bill has the straight line speed though. Is Bill going to have a go at Raph? Might be a little too far back. Yeah, he's going to think better of it and tuck it right behind in. These guys are doing really well. Raph had a little bit of a lag glitch there. Everybody's holding, steady in the pace. Everybody's kind of minding this first stint. Looks like Bill gets around Raph. Raph kind of got loose. What has happened to Raph? These guys are pretty much the closest battle right now on tracks anyway, so Senna's a little close to Devla. Where is Cardinal? Cardinal, I don't know if he's fighting something. Oh, Soap and Phantom right there. Tom has to check up on the brakes. He's thinking about making a peak move. No, he's going to back out of it. He does have the time to wait kind of patiently and just, run his race. Starting P15, it's kind of going to be what you would call a recovery race really for him. He's got to mind his time, make the moves when he can, but I wouldn't, push the issue. The Phantom right there. Can Soap get Raph on this next stint? DRS is open. Let's ride on board with Raph. Oh no, Lucia gets a 3-second time penalty. So that actually puts Lucky up to P2. So Soap gets close. Not close enough. Gets a little loose in the back. Looks like that's going to allow Phantom to have a squeeze. That was close. Soap's going to run side by side. Phantom's going to have DRS, but so is Soap. Tom's going to let's ride back with Tom. Looks like Soap's going to tuck in behind Phantom. That was close. I know you were watching that, Goat. Did you teach Phantom that move? Because that was bold. That was bold and brave. Now Tom is sitting right behind Soap. Soap's tires have to be going off here soon. Cardinal's left the session. If you guys give me 1 second, I'm going to get Cardinal back in. Apologies for that. I had to send out a quick invite. But let's see if Soap can make a move on Phantom. Yeah, a bit scared. Yeah, that made me a bit. Cardinals showing that's good. Let's see if Soap can make a move. Looks like Tom is starting. Look at this pack out here. Going into turn 1. Raph has the inside. A bit of a touch from Soap. Soap squeezes Raph wide. Is Tom going to be able to make his way through? Hangs on to the apron. Looks like he's going to get himself through. No, Raph's going to have a comeback look. Jeez, guys. It looks like these guys are starting to get a bit punchy now. Lap 10. Nerves have settled. These guys are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with the car. Neon gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Let's see the delta now. Neon's on one now too. He's catching Rashi relatively quick. He's only half a second now down to Rashi. Red Bulls are looking pretty good. Verstappen, unfortunate for what happened at the beginning. Not sure what happened there. See if Neon can have a run at Rashi, the top 3. Ruzzi is still trailing Sean by half a second. DRS is open though. He is gaining on him just a bit. I'm wondering how long he can hold out the tires. I think the tires will go for maybe another lap or 2. He's got to have DAG on that. Can't really tell with the sunlight. Getting pretty close to Sean. Not close enough though this time around. Is Neon going to go for a look on Rashi? Rashi allows the space and lets him go on the inside. So that is Neon up to P4. Neon is on having a good race this evening. Here we go, Tom and Raph now. Tom has made his way through. So the medium runners are going to be able to sit a little bit longer. Well, Raph really had to check up there. I don't know if that was a bit of a lag spike or not. Soap gets a 3-second time penalty. That's what I was saying. Soap and Bill. A little side by side, little touch there. Nothing, that's not too bad. Soap did really well to hang on to the car. Soap's getting quite punchy now. He wants to get his way around Bill because Tom is right behind him. Let's see if Soap can get himself around Bill. Runs up the hill. Is Bill gonna block? Soap's gonna dive. Whoa, that was a bit. Yeah, that was a bit sketchy. I think that's gonna come down. We'll have a look at that at Stewart's if those guys clipped it. Neon's dove for the pits. First, this evening, the dive for the pits is gonna come out on the mediums. I think he is on a 2-stop strategy. Bill, 5 seconds stop, or yeah, 5 seconds for entering the pit lane. So that has put Tom up to P8. That has put Phantom up to P7. And here is Soap. That is now P9. Cardinals dove for the pits is going on the set of mediums. Soul has dived for the pits. Let's see what Looney Moon does with this AI car. Rash has got a drive-through for speeding under the safety. Oh, there's a safety car. What is there a safety car? I know that the devs over at Codemaster said that the safety car was worked on, and ladies and gentlemen, they weren't joking. Safety car is out. So everything about strategy has now flipped. It's now flipped. Interesting to see what some of these guys on the medium compounds will do. Looks like Aruzia dives to the pits. Ratchet dives to the. I think he's going to serve is he going to serve for drive-through? Tom drive-through for speeding under the pit. Jeez, it's all starting to kick off. A lot of these guys are going to work their way up. It's just gotten spicy. Aruzia now in P7. Where is the safety car? As Sean caught it. Sean has caught the back of the safety car. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, so those guys must be a lap down. And for some reason, my AI driver stuck on a set of medium or soft compounds. That is bizarre. What is going on with Sherbert? Yeah. All right. He is a lap down. I think he'll be allowed to overtake the safety car once they round this bend. And that should be the same for the Mercedes AI car. Looney Moon might be able to do that same thing as well. But Sean, currently leading this race, did not pit. The same with Lucky. Set of medium compounds. Interesting plan of strategy here. I want to see how this plays out. Looks like somebody dove for the pits. Looks like it's Senna. Senna's going to dive for the pits. It's worked out well for him. He's on a set of 12-lap old or soft compounds. Neon Tricks has retired from the session. What has happened to Neon? Has Neon crashed? And how? I don't understand how that happened. Oh, wow. He's right on the track. Right there his car was. Interesting. So the Red Bull team is not having a good evening. Whew, all right. This allows me to catch my breath for a bit. So the safety car should go around for probably 1.5 more laps, and it should be in. And usually it allows these guys to catch back up. What in the world is going on? Usually these AI cars will be allowed to overtake the leader cars to get their lap back, to get back onto the lead lap. But for some reason they're just sticking there. Safety car is in this lap, so I was wrong. Let's see. Sherbert left it real late. He's just gone now. Okay. Here we go. Safety car should be in. Back to racing, and momentarily Sherbert gets a 5-second, ignoring yellow flags. Sector 1 and 2 yellows, not sure what that's for. Here goes Lucky, thinks about making a move, goes really wide on Sean. He's gonna have to come back. All the while, Tom has made his way up to P3, so this worked out perfect for Tom to get the safety car. Soap is right there. Rashi, Cardinals left the session. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got it back. So Soap now, Raft right there at P5. Ruzia's right there in P6 on a brand new set of hards. Most likely going to take those to the end. Same with Rashi. Devla is right there. Sector 2 yellows. Who's F4? We have a Red Bull off. It's Verstappen who was off. Verstappen 5 seconds for cutting the corner. Neon has left the session. I understand why. Bad luck for Neon this afternoon. He was doing really well. Cardinal still ghosting just a bit. Legend back here in P15. Yellow Sector 2. Goomba 3-second time penalty. It is all starting to kick off. Goomba working on his way through with Verstappen. What is going on? Was that? I did not catch that. So the 2 McLarens down here in P15 and 16. Recovery race is on for the charge. That is the mission. Bilges right now. So who's the closest one? Raph is about 6/10 behind Soap. Soap is on 15-lap old softs. So Soap decided not to dive for the pits this evening under that safety car. That might come back to cost him just a bit, unless he's really taking care of those tires. But, I mean, I don't know. That's going to be quite difficult. Where else is the gaps now? Verstappen running behind Goomba. Is that flashing? Okay. Well, Cardinal's gotten back into his car. He's got a bit of lag going on. Hopefully that's not on his end, it's just on my end. But Soul had a really solid race last week, got a lot of points for the Toro team, a team that really desperately needs the points. I think he got a P5 out of the Spain race, so he's back at it, trying to make his way through the field in P12. Tom dives for the pits again. No, for the first time this evening. Tom puts on, oh, did he have to serve a drive-through penalty? I think he did. So Tom went from P3 down the whole way to P13. That has put Raph up to P4. It is really working out for Raph if Raph can hold on to his pace. Aruzi is right there behind him though in P5. Raph is going to have to dive for the pits, but so is Soap. Can Raph get the move done on Soap and have a go? Because Lucky now is starting to reel Sean in just a bit. This is really going to hurt Tom, who is our championship leader. Is really going to have to come back and try to make the positions as best as he can, because he's still going to have to pit. I wonder if he's going to try to dive for the set of soft compound. Oh, look. Carlos has jumped into the chat. Carlos is in for the chat. So Raph really trying to hold out. Where is the Delta? Lucky. Let's ride with these two. Sean gets a 3-second time penalty. So these two are now. I don't think Lucky has one. Ruzia is off. I don't know what has happened to Ruzia. I wonder if he's lost it. If he hasn't, hopefully he's clipped it. He's dropping. He's gonna get out just ahead of Tom. Sherbert was disqualified for ignoring drive-through penalty. So Sherbert has now been disqualified from this race. I wonder if Sherbert has, yeah, crazy. So Tom now right behind Ruzia. I'm telling you guys, when it kicks, it kicks. It all kicks off. So now Tom and Aruzia, let's see how these two play along. Looking at the deltas now. Lucky still behind Sean. Raph is holding on to Soap. I can tell Raph really wants to get those points. Bill is right behind Goomba as well. Let's ride with Bill. Bill hasn't gotten a lot of TV time this evening. Let's see if he can make a move on Goomba, 19 laps out of 36 laps. These laps are clicking down. Soap gets a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to hurt. Hopefully, so Soap's now down. He's not going to serve it either. He's going to set up his mediums compound on and head out. Raph, ladies and gentlemen, is in P3 with a healthy P3 lap because Aruzia did spin. Aruzia is into the pits now. He's going to get a new front wing and serve his stop go. So it's I don't know what has happened to the Haas team. Something has gone wrong. So Rashi picks up a 3-second time penalty. So Lucky and Sean now the two that are going to duke it out for this. When are they going to dive for the pits? When is Rap going to dive for the pits? Really, it's going to be interesting. Will he dive at the same time these two dive? Yellow sector 2. Rashi is out of the race. Where has Rashi crashed off? Let's ride with Karting Legend. Oh, Rashi's, I think he spun and hit the wall. Another safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Another safety car has decided to come out. So, will these two pit? Will Wrath pit? Rashi has left the session. Devla is right there. Devla is locked into a battle with the Alpha driver at the combined championship points. It's separated by 1 point. Myself running the Alpha team and SF1 Senna who runs the Racing Point team. So we're having a bit of camaraderie. I can't speak. A little bit of banter between each other. Yes. All right. So everything's going to get interesting now. Verstappen 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Verstappen's gotten himself back up. This is going to definitely help the McLaren team. We're struggling just a bit. It will help the Haas team as well. Verstappen has let Senna go through unless Aruzia gets a 3-second time penalty. All right. It is definitely all kicking off, guys. Goat, I know you're watching this. You're probably absolutely loving it. This race is mental. Carlos, you missed a good one. If you're still watching, you missed a really good one. So let's see. Verstappen gets a 5-second stop go. Looks like the guys have dove for the pits. Sean's dove for the pits. Lucky's dove for the pits. Raph has dove for the pits, and Verstappen has dove for the pits. So where are these guys going to filter out? Sean will tuck in behind Bill. Senna is now P2. Devla is in P1. So good shout for Devla. He's now leading this race. It will be really interesting to see how these guys cope with Sean and Lucky behind them. See how quickly these guys can either, build a gap, or how quickly Sean and Lucky can pull the gap down. It is going to kick off again, lap 21 of 36. If it was just a couple other laps, I bet a lot of guys would have dove for a set of soft compounds. Raph has set on the soft compound as well as Goomba. Goomba's went for the soft compound. But Lucky as well, Sean have as well. These guys are going to really try to push. Hopefully these guys can pull away because they will have. Tom is on 20 lap old medium compounds. I think he's going to die for the pits here soon. Let's ride through. So Soap is P7, Wrath P8, Goomba is in P9. Phantom, solid job to get himself back up to P10 this evening. Verstappen P11, Soul P12, Cardinal still in his car. That is good. How's that Mercedes looking, Harrison? I'm in P14. Actually, no, P16. Sorry, my eyes got blurry. Riding through with all these guys. Let's look through. Safety car should just about come in this lap, I'm guessing. Senna really warming those tires. I know he can take those hard compounds to the end, the guys like Sean, Lucky, Raph, Goomba, his brother, are on the soft compound, which they can take those to the end as well. It'll be a stretch, but it can be done. Goomba gets a 5 second? It's 5 seconds. That's a bit harsh. Jeez. Like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, time penalties on this track are killer, and I knew it was going to play a huge curveball to come the end of this race, and it's still going to play a huge curveball. So we're not done yet. I know there's going to be a lot more that kicks off. So when will Tom dive for the pits? Soap is looking pretty good in P7. He should be able to take those mediums comfortably to the end. The same with Bill. Devla's tires are going to be a little interesting. These 9 laps, but we've seen the capability of Tom to take his 21 laps. I don't know why he's done that, but he has done so. A lot of guys in the back really going slow. Not sure what this is all about. There's a traffic jam back here. It looks like we're back to racing. Let's ride through. Raph gets, what is happening? Goomba now battling somebody in the inside. Looks like Devil has gotten away pretty cleanly. Cardinal's right there in the mix. Cardinal's got to think about, oh no, he's got to hang on really well to hang onto the car there. Let's ride through. That was close between, Sean is now trying to get around Bill as quickly as possible. Devil, his teammate, is up in the lead right now. The Racing Point is doing really well. Sean's thinking about going on the inside. Lucky's right there. Let's ride with Lucky, actually. Let's ride with Tom. Actually, all these guys are going to battle it. Tom is on really, really old medium compound tires. I do not know why he didn't dive for the pits this time. Everybody's gearing up to go. Oh, look at Sean now working on the back of Bill. Bill kind of holding Sean up. Sean's going to have a go here. He's going to pull the inside. Bill's going to pull the insides. And these guys are getting punchy. Elbows are out yet again. Here we go. Sean's going to go the outside. Bill's going to hold the inside. Side by side, they're going to come down to the first turn 1. Looks like Sean gets around. Bill lets him, might have let him go through. Wonder if he's going to extend the same like to Lucky now. He's going to come through. Lucky's got DRS. Bill's going to squeeze to the inside. Lucky's going to go on the outside. Ride with Bill. Bill's going to let him go through. We got yellow sector 1. Not sure what for. Oh boy. Is that... Oh no. Legend is off again. I don't know if it was a touch or not. Raph gets a 3-second time penalty. It's kicking. It's kicking off. So now Sean is just behind Senna. Will Senna allow this driver behind him to have the space? I don't think so. Senna is a driver, and he's not going to let this one go. Hasn't finished on the podium since last season in Baku, so I think he's going to have a nice go. He's going to give him a bit of a squeeze. This is Senna's to fight for. He's going to hold on to the inside. No, he's going to tuck back. Questionable. I think Sean's doing well just to hang on behind. Sean sets the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:11.1. Senna is thinking about having a go. Tucks back in. So now Sean is on his way through. Lucky has now gotten around Bill. Where's Soap and all this? Soap is right there. Raph is right there as well. A lot of the guys in the background moving. A couple of the guys pitted. Tom is finally pit for a set of soft compound, trying to go for the fastest lap of the race. Lap 25 of 36, just about 11 laps remain. 10.5 if you count where Raph is currently on track in Sector 2. Bit of a lag spike from Soap. Senna's now right there. Sean is really pressing on Devla. Don't think Devla's going to let this one go either. Can we ride on board? Looks like Senna's losing out a little bit of time to Sean. Sean will have DRS. Let's see how Devla reacts to Sean. The pace and the DRS and the overtake. Devlet's gonna go keep it on the outside. Side by side, Sean. Lucky sets the quickest lap of the race, so he's on a charge now. Gets his way through Senna, so now he's gonna try to chase Sean. Look at Soap now with the pack of cars behind him. Bill is falling down to P7. There is Verstappen trying to make a way through with Bill. Bill goes wide, backs out of it, lets through. Senna is wrecked. Senna has crashed out of this race. Is there going to be a safety car? There doesn't look like it this time. Yeah, okay. Not even a virtual. So Tom's on his way through Goomba. Let's ride with Goomba. He's pretty far behind. Raph now, Verstappen, and Raph. Verstappen got through to Raph. Raph now P6. Cardinal and P11. Let's go, boys. Oh, jeez. Another safety car. 10 laps remain in this race. Is anybody going to dive for the pits and set on the soft compound and have a go? It looks like Bill's doing that. Will Devla do it? Will Soap do it? Yeah, Codemasters weren't messing around. 3 safety cars now in this race alone. So let's see if Sean's picked up the safety car he has. Devla's right there. This is going to allow Lucky to pull the gap back down between him and Sean and have another go. Soap now goes really wide there. Verstappen right behind. Everybody's tucking into the order quite nicely. Rusia's right there. Tom is going to pull up to the gap. Bill is on his way out. Goomba should pick up the pace. That a boy. It's so far behind, he hasn't taken Senna's car yet. Oh boy. The 2 Ferraris side by side. And SF1 Tom. Alright, there we go. Let's ride through, okay. So, let's let this set. Man, I gotta give my voice a break. This guy's kicking it off. Alright. So lap 28, 8 laps remain of this Brazilian Grand Prix for GP2. Then they will be down to 8 rounds remaining of the season. It is getting close. The time to make a charge is coming closer to an end. Between Rusia, Soap, Lucky, and Tom. Tom has not had a good race this evening. He's down to P11, whereas his championship rival right now, Lucky, is in P3. So this could be a race for Lucky to take back the championship lead with 8 rounds remaining. Anything can go, especially next weekend in Singapore. Looks like everybody's just about caught the tail end. So we should be getting ready to go. Goomba is following my AI car. Should be pulling up to the back of the safety. Yep, okay, so safety car should just about be in this lap. We should be back to racing with 8 laps remaining. It's like a sprint race in the F2 category. A couple of guys on worn tires and they're going to have a go. Will the shoulders come out even worse? I hope not. Safety car is in this lap. 8 laps remaining. It will be 7 when they cross the line. What is going to happen with 7 laps remaining? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. A couple guys kind of itching back and forth. Let's ride with Soap as we get ready to go back to racing. Green will just about. Whoa, that was a little bit of flag spike. Yeah, okay, that was a bit of flag spike. We have yellow sector 1. Not sure what that was for. It's kicking off. Soul right there. He's going to battle with Marussia. Cardinal Legend gets a 5 seconds or 3 second. Marussia's going to hold the inside line. There's Cardinal right there for the taking. He's going to think about it. Cardinal, brave man, dives up through, gets in front of Soul. Oh no, gets stuck by, I don't know. I think that was Soul or somebody. I'm not sure who that was. But now he is missing an entire left, or no, right wing. He's going to have to pit. So that is Cardinal down the order, and he's just parked it on the side. I think he's had enough of this race. So Sean pulls away. Lucky's now in P2. He's going to have 6 laps remaining to gear up and catch him as well. Devla doing really well in P3. Soap's in P4. Verstappen P5. And Raph is in P6. Can he get himself up there? He's not too far away from his first podium. If you guys root for underdogs, this guy is a guy to root for right now. He's not far behind. He does have Phantom right behind. Soap and Verstappen pretty close. Soap gets pushed out wide. Verstappen's right there. Soul gets a 3 second time penalty. It's kicking off now. So Verstappen's thinking about it. Soap, oh, cheesy Pete, don't know what that was about. Soap getting quite aggressive. That's allowed Raph to catch these guys just a bit as well. Soap right there. Gap at the top is 2 seconds. We're going to keep an eye on that, see if Lucky brings that down. They're going to have 6 laps, actually 5 laps remaining just after this. Soap is lagging just a bit, not sure what that's for. Cardinal, I wonder if he's going to die for the pits and have another go. He's missing a lot of his wing. Is he just, he's just going to, I think he's going to ride it out. Maybe he's out of tires. Lucky now, 2.2 seconds is the gap. Verstappen right there. Soap has lost out a little bit of time to Verstappen. Raph has caught up to the back end of Soap. Sean sets the quickest lap of the race. Lap after lap. Let's see if Tom has anything to say about that. Tom's thinking about making a move on Soul. Soul's going to block the inside, give him a bit of a squeeze. There's nowhere to go for Tom, so he's going to have to tuck back in. Maybe go for the switchback. Is it going to work? Goomba gets a 3 second time penalty. Yellow sector 3, not sure what that's for. Is that, not sure who that was for. Soap gets around. Well, that's close. Ruzi is now up to P7 with Phantom right there in P8. Phantom's having a good, solid comeback race. Let's see what happened to Soap, not sure. Soap now has Verstappen. Cardinal has retired from the race, I can understand. I'm going to have to remind him, though, to bring that car home because there's points for everybody who finishes the race. It's not just 1 through 10. Raph now the sole remaining Alfa Romero driver. Sector 1 yellows. Who's that for? Anybody in Sector 1? Let's see if Sean gets it. Back to green, it looks like. Sector 1 and 2 yellows. Don't see any cars sitting still on the track. Oh no, there's Cardinal's car. Sitting in the middle of the track. I think he just retired the car. That's no-no. I'm gonna have to tell him that one too. That is a big no-no. So that brings everybody back to racing. Still green here at still green at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's see. Come on. Ruzi's getting a little loose in the tail. Phantom's right there. Tom is right there. Tom has had a really good comeback. In the last couple of laps, he's got himself back up to P9. Let's see if Raph has anything to say against Rusia. Tom is sitting in the weights though. Phantom is on a 17-lap old medium, so he's going to lack a little bit of pace. Raph is on 11-lap old softs. Will he have a go at Soap here? A little too far behind. Ruzia's right there. Ruzia thinks about going to the outside. Raph's going to hug it in the inside. Tom's going to think about making a move on Phantom. Doesn't. He tucks it back inside. Phantom gets a 3 second time penalty for cutting the corner. Devla is right there. Soap is pulling the gap now down to Devla. 3 laps remain of this race. It is getting close. Almost time to cross that checkered flag. Soap's thinking about going. Is he going to make a look here on Devla? No, Raph is caught back up. Oh, that was close between Soap and Raph and Devla. It's kicking off now. Karting Legend gets a 3-second time penalty. What is going on? I think that's a bit of a lag spike there. Let's ride on board with Russia. But he has Raph and his teammate Soap just ahead of him. Russia running a lot of the apron there on the inside left. But up the hill now, probably the best part of the track in my opinion. Lap 34 or 36. Raph gets a really good run, but he's so far behind Soap. He's a little bit too far behind. Tom gets a 3-second time penalty. There is Devla right there for these guys. P5, P4, and P3 are going to be gunning. Or no, yeah, P6, P5, and P4 are going to be gunning for that spot because Verstappen is in P3. I think Verstappen has a couple time penalties as well. Soap now right there. I wonder what happened between Devla and Soap that Raph caught him up so quickly. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Devla is really trying to hold on. Where is Verstappen in all this? He's sitting pretty comfortably 2.4 seconds behind Lucky. Lucky has fallen a little bit further behind Sean. Sean is just on a storm run right now. He is 3 seconds down the road, about ready to cross the line for the provisional or the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Lucky has done the same. Verstappen has done the same. Devla crosses the line now. Soap crosses the line. Looks like Raph thought about making a move, but he's going to tuck it back in. Gets a little of that apron, cuts a lot of that apron. It's a really good run there, though. Is Soap starting to suffer from tire day? Raph is right there. Soap actually had DRS on Devla as well, so can Raph make a move, or is he going to stick behind Soap? See the gaps now. Bill is working on. Soul goes a bit wide. He's going to have to think better of that. Phantom right there in P9. Tom does get around. He's right behind Russia, so let's see what Tom does here. These two have history, if you recall, looking back at the Russian Grand Prix, both P1 and P2, last lap of the race. They both made contact with each other, and they didn't finish P1 and P2, that's for sure. Let's see, gaps now. Soap is going to make a move for Devla. Raph is right there. Soap going to go for the outside look on Devla. Devla's not going to be able to fight back too much as Raph, that's close. Can Raph follow suit and get around Devla? Devla is going to hold on to that. Raph has DRS. Let's ride with Russia. So Raph's going to go for the inside. He's going to make the late break. He's going to hang on to the outside. Close. Oh, a bit of a touch there. Looks like that was a bit of a chip there. Whoa, Tom and Devla getting pretty close there. Devla is battling a chipped wing now. And honestly, we'll have to see that clip again. Let's drive through as we pick up the guy who's lead most of this race, has had the pace all day, going up the hill now to finish Sector 3 and pick up the win for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Solid race this evening for SF1 Sean. He's going to cross the line and probably celebrate just a bit. Crosses the line P1. Let's see what Lucky does. P2. Let's see where Verstappen finishes. P3. Soap right there. P4. Raph. Oh no, Devla stole it. Devla gets his podium. Raph had it for a moment, but Devla got it. Phantom right there. Bill finished, or Tom finished P5. Bill P6. I missed the rest of it. I will run down the order in a second. that was a race. Yeah, Phantom, clips the sentiment. Just send those clips in, Phantom. The stewards will deal with it. Now I'm gonna run down this order. Oh man, my voice is gassed. But nevertheless, we have some interviews to do, and I'm gonna run down this order. Nobody cares about the XP. Sean picks up the win this evening, followed by Lucky in P2. Devla finishes out the podium. Wrath, so close, gets himself P4, SF1 Tom P5, Bill P6, Phantom P7, Ruzia P8, Verstappen P9, Soap P10, Karting Legend is in 11th, Soul P12, Goomba P13, Looney Moon P14, and we lose out Cardinal, Senna, we lose out Rashi, the two Williams drivers, we lose out Neon and Sherbert this evening. So let me go and get Sean, Lucky, and Devla into this party. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Just have to find their names. Devla right there. Lucky. Oh, whoops, I entered the wrong party. Let's see. Okay, well, I entered your party, Lucky, my mistake. So I'm going to actually just add the rest of the guys to this one. Devla. Invite to party. And invite to party. Okay. So we got everybody in here. All right, everybody is in here. If you guys can remember to include your audio, that'd be solid. We're gonna start with P3, Devla. What a race this evening. It was 3 safety cars. A lot. Yeah, it was a mental race. My voice is gassed, so I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna ask you to run us through your race this evening. So Devla, talk us through your race. Is it gonna work this time? It is. Okay, cool. Jeez, I was talking to myself, thinking I was talking to you guys, but no. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys can include that audio button, that would be great. My voice is absolutely gassed, so I'm gonna try to make this nice, short, and sweet. We'll start with P3, Devla. 3 safety cars, absolutely mental race. Did a solid job for the Racing Point team this evening. Talk us through your race.
Started off quite well. First safety car pitted for the mediums, I believe. I can't remember. And stayed on them. I don't know whether that was the right play at the time, but it's worked out all right at the end.
Just barely squeezed Wrath off of his first podium, so he's probably a little upset about that. But I mean, solid job.
That was only my second race, so it's close. Nice.
Yeah, really good job to not collect so many penalties. That's pretty much what slapped you onto the podium this evening. So, congratulations. Yeah. We will move on to P2. Lucky, I believe with that, you've either edged the championship lead down or retaken it from Tom. So, I mean, with eight rounds remaining, are you starting to feel like you have it in the bag against Tom?
Well,
I was sort of in there, and then I wasn't at Spain, where things haven't really gone my way recently. But it's good to be back on the podium. Sean's was a bit fast for me, to be honest. Like, just that little bit extra today. So yeah, I've got to work on my pace a little bit and my consistency. But yeah, no, it's a great race. I would have been absolutely ruined without the safety cars, I think, to be honest. So they were a blessing. And yeah, I was using a lucky helmet today. So
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you guys as a group with the 3 safety cars. Did that hinder any of you guys, or did it
What,
actually make you guys cool down?
I was panicking in party.
No. But we'll move on to our race winner this evening. Sean, congratulations, picks up a 2nd victory for the last 2 weeks. What am I going to start with? I already kind of filled it in with these safety cars. But did that kind of mess your groove up at all? You know, having so many restarts and having Lucky behind you for a while. You had Aruzia battling with you for the first stint. I mean, it was pretty close.
It was interesting. I was panicking quite a lot. Literally, devil knows in the pie and everything. I was panicking so much. I saw Roger pit, but he stayed behind me, so he didn't know what he was doing. Basically, just controlled it. Looked how long everyone lasted their softs, so I thought I could do it. Got another safety car, which helped. Somehow I had the pace today. Literally, that's what happens when you have 400 laps of time trial.
Yeah, that will do it. Definitely. But I will say, with one thing, or actually more of a question, we have Singapore next week. How many of you guys are looking forward to it?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm retiring.
I, as a spectator, am looking forward to it. That's
My
for sure.
favorite.
But I'm gonna send a congratulations to all 3 of you guys. I hope your luck carries over to next week. It is a tricky track, but it is a doable track. Just get you guys head down. Hopefully your luck carries over, and you guys are talking to me next week on the podium again.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
But I'm going to send it off. Guys, in the comments, everybody that tuned in this evening, thank you so much. We'll be back on Sunday, same track with GP1, as those guys are going to have a nice little tackle on this track. I can't wait. I'm not sure who will be joining me. But until then, we will see you then. If you guys want to tune back in for GP2, they'll be back at Singapore. Same time, same channel as always. And we look forward to that race. Well, some of us do, not all of us. But I'm going to send it off. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good weekend. Thank you so much. We'll see you next Friday. Good night.